Yo, what up? This is the Melanated Anime Club, and it's your boy Zheryk. I am back. Last week I was in the hospital. This week I am here for you and your entertainment. And as always, let's welcome the fellas to the stream. What's going on, guys?
Hi.
What's up?
I'm doing great.
How's everybody doing this lovely Sunday?
Dragon. I don't know why, but I am.
Because you old?
Hey, you know what? Too early for that. It's too early for that.
Because you're too old.
Yeah, I know.
I thought old people liked early in the morning.
Oddly, it's
You know what? I'll take that.
All right.
I
Cool.
was doing too much too early. Excuse me.
Right. Also, and thank you for the heart, Maria. We appreciate it. All right. So, without further ado, let's welcome our guest because there is no One Piece to go over this week. I'm actually really excited. This is someone that I first met when I was doing stand-up. So before I even got into improv, I was hitting up the open mic nights in Dallas. I met this dude, kind of quit doing that. I ran into him while I was freestyling at some hippie bar that was in Dallas. He came in and was like, "Oh, you're spitting bars." I moved to Chicago, did the whole thing. I come to LA. My second audition, I run into this dude in the lobby. We start chopping it up. We both get cast for that commercial. Kind of keeping it up and talking with him. I'm super excited to welcome our guest for this week. Let's welcome Chris Mack. What's going on, Chris?
What's up, sir?
How are you?
What up? Yeah, we did get hired. That's the greatest thing about that. Not only did we run into each other, we both got hired to do the commercial for that company. It was awesome.
My first gig in California when I got hired.
That's what's up.
Nice.
So that's what's up. Yeah, and you may have seen it. You may have known us both from the Honey commercials.
Yeah.
Of 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, dope. We are here to chop it up and kind of talk about anime and everything. Let's just jump into it. Chris, what is your anime background? What do you got? What do you watch? What do you know?
What I know for sure in my heart, that's still close to me, is Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, okay,
That's my shit. I grew up watching. Now I have had the pleasure of finding I watched the American version growing up as a kid.
We all did.
And then I found the Japanese version, and I watched it. I was like, "Oh, I've been robbed because this version is so much better
Yes.
than I've ever seen." And then I realized how that's why they could get away with. Also, I like Dragon Ball Z. Here's why I like Dragon Ball Z, because they can literally get away with the whole last episode of just somebody powering up, and we still kept watching that shit. We're like, "Oh, the next episode when he's done powering up." Then 2 more episodes have passed and they're still powering up. You're
Gonna be powering up, yeah.
But he's gonna be
Emotional
crazy.
content. We had to feel the emotions of Krillin dying and
Right.
Goku powering up to Super Saiyan for 3 episodes because you had to know the rage that was building.
But you got to
There was
remember, like,
full arc.
two of those episodes was just Frieza talking shit at him as he was charging up. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
like we
Go
say
ahead.
it was just charging up, but there was the shit talking, the friends that are like doing their own side thing. There's that frog that's Captain Ginyu running around. There is stuff going on.
Yeah.
But it is
they
charging
can get away with 3 to 4 episodes of Goku just loading up the spirit bomb. And we kept watching it. We're like, "Bullshit."
You'll never defeat me, you monkey. Like, this Frieza just like talking that shit.
Talking trash.
Just
Yeah.
being
And
racist.
then some little off screen, or not off screen, but some little offshoot with Chi-Chi doing some whimsical shit. They would just cut to that between power ups.
Vegeta's just sitting there like, I'm not strong enough to do anything.
I want him to cook today. Gohan,
on
stop
Earth right
doing
at
that.
this moment.
Yeah. That's the best thing. That's my shit. I have very fond memories of that, and that's still to this day. I'll watch it again, even though I know what they're doing and it's boring, but it still gets
The
me.
nostalgia. You can't ignore it.
Right. Exactly.
And honestly, that was stolen by every mangaka after him. I don't know how many times I watched or read a Bleach fight where nothing happened for a whole chapter.
Yeah.
Like nothing. Just, this is my ability. Oh, this is my ability. Oh, well, my ability times ability is this one. Oh, okay. Next week, we'll find out what my ability times ability is.
But while that's
It's called
happening, they're teasing some other ability that might show up down. It's great. It's awful, but
Yeah.
I want to take a moment here because I remember the first time I saw the Japanese version versus the English version, the American version, or the kid-friendly American version. Because at this point, they've remade and remastered.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, twice. Yeah.
But back then, how like overly protective and like one of the big conversations right now is like cancel culture and all of this stuff that people are kind of complaining about. But we got they couldn't tell us about blood. They couldn't tell us about alcohol. They couldn't tell us that cigarettes existed, that little boys had penises that peed into streams. Like these were all things that they cut out of the version that like we saw. And it's like
all of like bad over edited like all the underwear they were put on people when they were clearly naked, and it would just be shaky. And you knew that it didn't fit, but like you're like, okay, I guess we're watching it.
Yeah, like when anytime Goku was like, especially like in Dragon Ball, anytime he was naked, they'd always have a cloud right there, and that cloud clearly did belong in this scene.
Like, no point. He's not flying anywhere. Why is that
cloud extra steam in the shower?
Or Vegeta yelling shit all the time.
To be fair, like the Japanese version of Dragon Ball Z is pretty raunchy. Like I understand why it was heavily edited. Like they wanted to bring it to America. They knew goddamn well that show was not gonna.
Y'all jumped over all that. You jumped completely over the hole in someone's chest.
Yeah,
right.
Straight up, through it.
Straight up in someone's chest.
Through two people's chests. Through two people's chests.
That's a thing. It happened.
Yeah, that's just wild.
Like they're cool with the child abuse, but like, nah, we can't show blood or boobs. Like it's wild.
That's the wild shit. But that's the US's MO because like violence. Hey, we good. That's us. We've been doing that for a long time. That's what we do. We do violence. But now the sex shit, y'all better chill out. I don't want to see no nipples. I want to see no titties. No penises.
Do not undercut my Christian values, okay?
Right.
Yo, you just define straight up boomer sex. No titties. Don't show me nothing. Stay in your other bed with your underwear on.
If you're gonna show butt cheeks, you better have a monkey tail because we ain't showing no human butt cheeks.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna hit myself on that.
At least you recognize.
Like he said, only monkey cheeks on this show. We don't do no human butt cheeks.
No human butt cheeks on.
Why did I immediately think of a small chibi Goku around naked with his tail just running out?
Yeah, because we've all seen that image in our mind.
Yeah, that's really
We've all seen that image.
Oh man, that's funny as hell.
And y'all gave me crap for the penis tank stuff.
Yo, that was the only thing you remember. You were like, hey, describe this anime. And you were like, I don't remember nothing. Penis tanks. And like that was the one thing you had.
Like tanks that shoot out these discs that were penises.
Yeah, and they were deterrents for tanks. Okay, yeah.
Wait, what show is this?
Minion Tank?
We gotta go back.
That's the deep for me.
Yeah, it's Minion Tank.
This is the first 12 episodes of the anime.
It took a while to find it. It took a while to find it.
It took you weeks.
I think there's a reason why, sir. I think there's a reason why it took you that long to.
Penis tanks, the bowels of the internet.
Didn't want to see it again.
Yeah, some of those are meant to be not seen. I think is like, or maybe that's just like how you prove you're true anime. Like, are you really a fan? Did you see this?
Every mangaka has to do one of those before they break out.
Yeah,
because this was done right before. Like the Minion Tank was done right before that mangaka's like breakout one. I forget which one it was. Anyway, they're all perfect.
They're all perfect or perverts? What'd you say?
Pervy.
Okay.
I mean, well, that's all. I mean, that's a lot. A lot of anime is low key pervy. Like you go back and watch some of the shit.
No man, don't even say low key. Don't even say low key. Let me bring up Fairy Tail.
Wait, what?
Fairy Tail.
I never watched Fairy Tail. I watched it.
You need to read it and feel uncomfortable because you're in public and there's just a woman who's just exposing themselves, but just barely not. And then someone just shoots water at people.
I watched the first episode. It didn't hit me, and I let it go.
Right?
I let it go.
That's true. Yo, do you remember that fucking Dead or Alive volleyball video game?
Oh my god. Why did that exist?
Yes, I do.
You know why it exists. So
because volleyball is an incredible sport.
it was bad because like I loved fighting games, and Dead or Alive was like the shit to me.
Badass game.
And so when it was a spinoff, I was like, okay, this is wild. And then like I rented it, and my dad's like, because I realized that it had nothing to do with the technical volleyball game.
As soon as you start the game, the intro, like all the ladies run out and they're all jiggling. You're like, oh, this ain't what I want. This is.
I remember seeing a review of that game in the G4 days. I forget which show it was, but like they did a whole review and it was just like, oh, you can customize how jiggly your girl can be. And I'm just like, what?
Wait, hold up.
Like that was a Dead or Alive thing.
You can't what that now.
Okay, I can't what that now because at the
what
time
that
it was
now,
just like, okay.
77 when people are like making Keanu Reeves fake Keanu Reeves and having sex with it.
What?
Yeah. Yes.
Come out. What? I missed something there. What?
Okay, let me unpack a lot of this.
Yeah.
Rewind.
Yeah.
In Cyberpunk 2077, you can have sex.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
You can customize genitals and the people that you have sex with. So
wait, so it's like sex. Like it's not.
I have not played it. We have only one correspondent here that can talk about it. But there was a hack where people took Keanu Reeves' face and put it on one of the to do that. And they said to stop doing that because apparently everyone was doing that.
Well, it was like a PC mod, so it wasn't like something you could do on your PlayStation, right? So
First of all, you tell people to stop doing anything like that, they're gonna go harder. So there's probably all kinds of wild porn scenes on Pornhub with Keanu's face attached. Poor guy.
the thing is, like, one, the sex isn't that wild. It's like it's not that crazy in the first place. It's a video game that's sold in America, so that's going on too crazy. It's M rated. There's no, like you see a penis, but you don't see it going anywhere.
Okay. So it's not X shit.
Yeah, it's not like X shit. It's definitely M rated.
So it's like Skinamax, but before.
Listen, let me tell you something. At 14, Skinamax was the shit though.
Yeah.
What?
Yo, at 14, the late night commercials were the shit though. Like we don't have to go too into this. It wasn't a lot to give you the shit when you were 14.
At 13, the scrambled channels were the shit. Like,
let me tell you about
shit. Total Request Live number 3 or 2, depending on who the people was that week. It was a great thing. So,
let's not go into it.
Listen, I'm just going to hit
the fuzzy channel. You are a 90s baby, like a motherfucker. Like that is.
We done lost all control.
I don't know what happened, but yes, I am. Yep.
Yeah, we all know this conversation.
The fuzzy channel.
I know.
Listen, the fuzzy channel. If you don't know about that, you don't know life. Okay, these kids today, they don't know about the fuzzy channel. They don't know about that shit. They got all this internet and fucking hooked up shit. They can watch whatever the fuck they want. They don't know about the struggle. It
ain't take 30 minutes to load up a picture of a nipple.
Listen, with that fuzzy channel, when you got like just a glimpse of a titty, woo!
No. We're done with that.
All right, you know what?
We're done with that.
Are you uncomfortable? Are you uncomfortable?
Let's do a
Are you uncomfortable?
I'm not uncomfortable.
Are you sure you look uncomfortable?
Here's the thing. I just feel like, we need to have alternate content for our viewers.
Okay, yeah, not anime content.
Male and female friendly, because
like we can talk about all us watching scrambled channels at another time, but
that's fair.
All right, so you know what? I'm gonna take this moment to kind of reset the vibe in here. If you got it, let's go ahead and roll it, load it, spark it. It's time for our famous group puff. Let's just get stoned for a second. Yeah. Fuck.
Take it easy.
Shit. All right. So Wes, you've been doing where you at with the Nuzlocke challenge on the Twitch? Where you at with that?
Well, I've been procrastinating because some things have been going on.
Real.
Life's been going on. So I am trying to pick another Nuzlocke challenge to do. I think I just got stuck in trying to figure out which game I wanted to play next. whether I wanted it to be like a ROM hack, which is just like an enhanced version of a game that already exists, or just like a fan game, or just going back to Kanto and doing like Pokemon Yellow or like Leaf Green, and just like taking it back to the nostalgia of the first 150 or so. So those are my options right now. I'm still playing around with it, but we'll have something in the next week. I've also been heavily invested in playing Pokemon Sword and Shield again because one of our favorite guests, Swift, he bought a Switch and Pokemon Shield just to battle me, and I didn't let that go.
Yeah.
So we've been having some good friendly battles. Well, maybe not so friendly because the rivalry has been 10 years strong with us, and he talks more shit than anybody I know. And
I disagree.
Huh?
Yeah, a lot of shit talkers. That's wild.
Yeah. It's wild. It just depends on the arena he's in. Like if we're talking Pokemon, he can talk all the shit in the world.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's been an interesting 2 weeks playing against him. We're only on the 4th, 5th badge, but my Pokemon are already like level 50 because
it sounds very tense.
It is. But you know what? I enjoy the rivalry. It's
a rivalry.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Got it.
Why do I feel like I'm being made fun of? What happened?
What? Nothing. Rude.
Okay.
Rude.
Sorry, Chris laughing threw me off. I was like, wait.
Listen, I don't know.
That's
I don't know if
weird.
he was trying to be dismissive, but Loki it was. And I was just like,
That's why.
He's like, oh, cool. Thanks, that great story.
You know what?
I enjoy.
I didn't say it like that.
I mean, it was implied. Yeah. You didn't say it, but
it was not implied.
It was heavily implied. All right, that shit was thick.
Implied.
That frosting was extra thick on that cake, sir.
I like frosting.
That was 6 inches of frosting before you get to the cake. He laid that on thick, sir.
It's just diabetes.
I didn't get to have my group puff earlier because my vaporizer was messing up, so I'm just gonna do it now.
All right, we'll hit another group puff for you. Matt, why would you do that?
Apparently, Matt has something he wants to talk about. Spotlight on Matt.
He's gone. He's like, no, I'm out.
Well, shit. All right.
Where do we even go from here?
Yo, so Chris, you were telling us about an anime movie that we should check out. So,
yes.
That me and Wes never heard of. Maybe Matt has. He's older, so he knows more.
Okay.
What's this?
Shadow Skill.
Oh yeah, missed it.
You missed it? You missed it?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a good one. The TV show's not so great, but they did do a movie which I think is amazing. Essentially, it's basically these very powerful beings that go around fighting each other, performing in tournaments all over the place, trying to be like the strongest. So basically, like if you ever seen, I can't think of what I would mix it with, but it's fucking dope. It's cool as shit. They have like these crazy like shadow skills, like this whole martial arts that only like certain people can achieve. There's like this girl, her name's Ella. She achieved like the highest status at like 14. So she's like this amazing fighter. And everybody keeps like challenging her because they're trying to take her title. And she just keeps fucking them up like all day, every day. Like maybe has like this much of a challenge in a fight, and then they're like, "Oh, she's this powerful," and she's like, "Yeah, I told you, don't fight me." 14, highest level, don't fuck with me.
That's awesome and perfect.
Yeah, it's cool as shit.
Women's Women's History Month.
That's the wild thing about it is so the shadow skill, she's a master at it because it was actually invented by women who were in prison, and they use all the techniques are kicking and flipping because their hands were in chains.
Yo, that's crazy because
that's dope.
That actually answers like a question that we brought up, I think, a couple weeks back, where we were looking for like a shonen style story where there was a female protagonist that wasn't like the sidekick or wasn't trying to like didn't ultimately have to sacrifice themselves for someone else to be a hero is essentially what we were looking for.
Yeah.
And it's crazy just kind of out of nowhere you gave us one. Like
it is, I'm telling you.
I think we messed up. I think we messed up trying to look through shonen to find it. And I think we're looking for it.
Well, it's probably too because I don't know. I mean, I don't know how they would describe it in the description. Like if you're looking for it, so they may not describe it. They may not. Those keywords that you were looking for may not be in a description because this is an older anime. This is like I think something from the 80s.
99.
So, 99. Okay, so it's still a little older. So they may, because like they do kind of focus on like the show kind of focuses on another character named Gal, which is a guy, and it's kind of like his journey. And she's basically. She finds him, he's an orphan, and she takes him under her wing, tries to teach him. And so it is kind of his story, but she's the chick, like she's the main girl up until he gets older.
I'm gonna have to look into this. It sounds really interesting.
Yeah, it's good.
This does look very, very cool. And it's it's from the time period, from like the drawing style. It's very Cowboy Bebop / Roman Warriors.
Okay.
It was back when they did hand drawn over computer backgrounds, and it was like a really weird time. But like Outlaw Star kind of has that same animation.
Outlaw Star is the dopest.
Yeah, it gets slept on, in my opinion. Everyone's
Who
always
needs to be woken up?
Well, I feel like everyone
you will wake them up.
I feel like Trigun, I feel like Cowboy Bebop, and I feel like Outlaw Star always get put in the same kind of block. Yeah. Outlaw Star is the one no one talks about.
Yeah.
Everyone's always talking about Vash Stampede. Everyone's talking about Cowboy Bebop. Not enough people are talking about Outlaw Star.
That ship transformed, man.
Grappling ship.
Grappling.
They suplexed each other in space. Their ships just throwing each other around.
Stylized ships.
And of course, they had the fan service, as we were saying. All anime is pervy, especially in that era. You had to have one episode dedicated to. Can we get these people in a bathhouse? Can we get these people in a hot tub?
In a hot spring.
There's always
hot spring or beach episode.
Why was there a hot spring in space? Did they make a hot spring?
They make what?
They made a hot spring in space.
They went to a planet that had
hot spring island, baby.
There was a hot spring planet. Yeah.
They made them.
Listen, you thought it was gonna be an anime without no nudity? Okay, you're crazy.
Oh, wait, no.
I know
that at some point it's gonna be accidental.
Yeah, actually, even nowadays, they still have that. My Hero Academia had their fan service episode. Black Clover had their fan service episode.
Black Clover definitely, but I'm trying.
My Hero Academia, when Mineta was climbing up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mineta is gonna blow his nose with blood if he's gonna be there. I distinctly remember him happening.
That's not what's happening. He is not blowing his nose with blood. That is not.
That should happen. He does.
Matt, are you defending Mineta?
I'm defending the most inappropriate person not acting as appropriate as they should in the appropriate point they should. That's what I'm upset about. You're in a pervy place. Be pervy.
All right. Well, damn, dude.
Not his perviness, but he is the encapsulation of all perviness in one thing. So just do what you're supposed to do. That's all I'm saying.
Stay in your lane, know your role.
Yes,
I feel that.
And if you were in a place where you're
let's. Okay, let's break this down. He's the pervious character. They're in the bathhouse. He has power. He has a power where he can climb walls using the balls on his head. He's going to use everything at his disposal. I'm going to give Matt some credit for that, and I'm done with the conversation. That's it.
Ever since the Fuzzy Channel, it's gone off the rails.
I can't even with y'all right now.
That was my only point. Thank you, Wes.
You lucky Maria ain't watching. You lucky Maria ain't watching right now.
Be you. This is why you were drawn. This is how you're supposed to be. Be you. That's like if because Master Roshi was mad pervy, and if he started like not being a creepy old man, we'd be like, "Yo,
straight up reading porn magazines,
yeah,
watching women's exercise videos just because."
Facts. Yeah, I mean, if he all of a sudden turned around and was like, women are powerful, be like, all right, what are you doing, Master Rusher? You know who you are.
Are you a robot now? That's a robot.
Exactly. Are you an android? Is this happening again?
You an android? Nope.
Krillin literally had to bribe him with porn to get trained.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like it.
That fits in the pervy sage though. Like, I really wonder where that came from. Like, because that had to be something that they're basing it off of.
Yes, every old man.
Think about it. Think about it.
You have to wait till you become an old man to be a pervert. You have to earn that right.
No. That's not a good train of thought. Nope.
And
a bunch of people just waiting around like, I can't wait to be 75. I'm gonna be.
Damn, that's like 10 of those. In
What's
like
your
half an hour.
favorite anime?
Let's try to get this shit back on course.
Woo! Shit. That's great. Happy Sunday, y'all.
I tried.
Sunday.
No, I tried. I'm trying to be second favorite. We know your favorite's Dragon Ball.
Yes.
Or Z.
Dragon Ball Z, yes. Dragon Ball Z, yes.
That's so that started like, okay, yeah. That started. What did it take you to?
How do you mean?
Like on your anime journey, where did you go from Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
Oh man, I was on a kick for a while, so because I basically me watching Dragon Ball Z growing up, I basically got introduced to three animes on that block because I would come home at like 3, and then so it'd be 2 episodes of Dragon Ball Z, then it'd be Trigun, and then it'd be Gangnam, and then Gundam Wing, excuse me.
Yeah, it was Wing, yeah.
Yeah, Gundam Wing was my shit. And so that's like, so from there, then I started getting into like a few movies, not as many as I'd like to, but like Princess Mononoke, that's my favorite anime movie of all time.
I'm still trying to convince my wife to watch that one with me. We watched My Neighbor Totoro, and she's like, that's a little bit too sad. I don't know if I want to watch anymore.
It's sad. It's sad. Appleseed was my shit. I used to fuck with Appleseed.
Make you tear up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, Princess Mononoke, when I first saw that movie, even when I was like a teenager, I was like, when I have a daughter, we gonna watch this.
Yeah. It's good. It used to be a time too when they first hit America. I don't know if y'all remember back in the day when the channel Stars, but Stars used to like if you missed the movie, you wait about an hour. You're gonna see it again. Like They used to have Princess Mononoke basically on a loop. It'd be like Princess Mononoke, then like some action movie, and then Princess Mononoke again.
Howl's Moving Castle was on that list. Yeah. I remember watching that on Stars.
Yeah.
Spirited Away. Yeah.
Spirited Away was on.
Kiki's Delivery.
Street Fighter animes on like a Stars affiliate channel.
Yes.
It was one of the encores. Yes, it was one of the encores.
Encore, yeah.
And they would have it on at like midnight on like a Friday or something. And
regularly.
It'd be like 4 episodes back to back.
Yeah.
And then Street Fighter 2V.
Okay, I was about to ask because Street Fighter 2V was a thing. Street Fighter Alpha, this series was awful.
Yes.
But Street Fighter 2, the movie, I think that was dope as hell.
The movie was dope.
That was. Matter of fact, by the way, it's on Prime right now. If you're a Prime, it's on Prime right now. Street Fighter 2.
Oh wow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a good one to know.
There was actually another Street Fighter movie that came out about 10 years ago called is there an echo?
Slightly. I think it's gone now.
Okay. There's another Street Fighter movie that came out just a few years ago. It was like kind of fan made in like slightly low budget, but I'm trying to remember the name of it right now. It was like Assassin's Fist. That's what it is. It was a web series that they condensed into a movie that I think is like the best Street Fighter movie live action.
Need to look that up.
Yeah, live action. Hold on, I'll show.
Satan's Fist.
Assassin's Fist, yes.
Oh, assassin. That makes more sense.
What did you think it was?
Satin, whole bunch.
Satin Fist. That's smooth.
Hold up, I got a trailer pulled up. Let's just do it.
Like if Bruno Mars was like a Street Fighter, he'd have.
This does look like fan made.
Well, we can watch the trailer.
Trailer is supposed to be watched.
Made by Machinima.
No, I can already tell it's awesome.
Was that because of the blonde hair?
It's a really bad wig.
It's a real bad wig.
No, it was blowing in the wind though.
See, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is like the lamest part of Street Fighter to me. Ryu and Ken's story.
Yeah,
Fact.
It is.
Give me like a Guile flip kicking motherfuckers, or give me a Zangief just like breaking through the pro wrestling barrier and just start whooping ass for real. Like,
But
show me
here's the
that.
thing: the character was boring, but then like his fighting style is like you almost can't beat. Like if you know how to use Ryu, you can basically go undefeated.
Yeah, he's
Then it
breakable.
goes into like Goken and Goki's story. So the generations of Hado, like it got really interesting.
Or even if it skipped. Oh, okay. Does it just is this Ryu dealing with like the evil Ryu or the dark Hado stuff, or is it just the
A
story?
little bit.
Okay,
It comes
Is
into play.
because that was where it got cool, man. When like Violent Ken broke through, because Ken was like, "I'm gonna do this Rio shit," but he couldn't handle it at all and just broke. It was great. I mean, give me the Street Fighter 3 story. Give me Ken training Sean. Give me Ryu training Sakura. Like, give us something
But
new.
here's the thing: people who aren't a fan of the video games won't know those.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Like pay attention to the storyline in those games.
I mean, if you're not a fan of the video games, is it because you've seen these people already and you didn't give a shit? Like, how many times are you going to see Ryu and Ken get their story told and think you're going to bring in new fans?
I mean, I would have
That's
loved
fair.
to hear
Don't
any of
ask
the
me.
four stories you mentioned.
I mean, no one wants a movie of Dalzim like training yoga. Like, I get that, but like,
Wait, we don't?
First of all, I would watch it like a 10-minute film of him doing that. Like it's just like a montage of him learning yoga. I would watch the hell out of
You
it.
have to figure out, like, at what point does a downward dog become an extended leg?
Exactly.
I want to know that.
These are questions that we all because low key, and also his origins are still kind of mysterious. So like
Mhm.
I watched a little short film on Dalzim.
Especially if he's like just a yoga guru who
Right.
just unlock these abilities because he's just really good at yoga.
I just want to know what the hell the shrunken heads are about. Nobody explained that. He just showed up on the lot, was like, "I'm gonna fight you with the shrunken heads." What's up with that?
all right, that's some Hindu mythology in there. There's a little bit of lore inside of Dalsim.
With shrunken heads?
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
the three little skulls on his necklace.
Mhm.
He's supposed to be like I thought yoga was supposed to be non-violent. He out here shooting fireballs. He punching
Yo.
people in the face.
Tai Chi's supposed to be non-violent, but I've seen a couple.
I don't
Tai Chi
think
masters.
Tai Chi is not supposed to be non-violent. It's just,
That's not what they tell you.
I mean, it's all about controlling and moving energy and being in
I
control.
see
of
a
energy.
whole bunch of non-violent septuagenarians practicing all the time.
No, they ain't non-violent. They getting ready in case you try them. You see what they be doing? Come on.
All right.
They move
Yeah.
slow so that they can move fast when they need to.
That's
Okay. That
that's
makes
a whole
sense.
lot of embarrassment. You get your ass kicked by
it's
somebody
muscle
who does Tai Chi. That's so
Somebody
Yeah.
hit you with one of these and then swipes you all off. You done.
you can't be a criminal no more. You gotta leave it alone.
You get your hand touched. They take all your energy and throw you on the ground. You fuck.
Yeah.
Pressure points, all that.
You gotta go get a real job. You can't rob nobody no more if you get
No, you should
if you get taken out like that.
you should go back to school with that.
Yeah, exactly. You know what, miss? I'm
Yeah.
going back to school.
They got a
Right.
scholarship for people that got beat up by old ladies doing Tai Chi. There's a scholarship for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a community college, but it's something. Get started. Right?
First
Stop
day,
the
a guy
journey.
just shows up. What are you doing? You're live. I see you showed up today. Good.
You know, get you into a trade school, something.
Yeah, those commercials are hella disrespectful. Yeah.
Aggressive. And
Look at you on the couch, not doing nothing, getting fat. Go to school. Like, oh, sir, my
Do
life.
something with your life. What? I did. You can do it too.
Look,
I
I'm
haven't
standing,
done anything. It's
I'm
right
standing
here
on
for
a-
me.
I'm standing on an overpass above a highway right now, and I'm living my life. You should go to school right now.
You see that school in the background? I just walked out from it. You could walk into it.
It is nighttime. I am standing here fully dressed, and there is a school behind me, and you ain't doing shit.
Go to school.
The general insurance and me. Those are the two things you need right now.
Holy shit.
Oh God, with dashes of Peter Francis Geraci.
There you go.
Oh man.
God damn. All right.
Wow, y'all.
So that was number 2. Gundam.
Outlaw Star. Star win.
I'm sorry, I'm useless right now.
Woo!
It's one of those days.
Yeah, we really are lost on weeks where there's no One Piece.
I mean, but also the time shift changed.
No, it did. It messed up everything.
We
Yeah,
can't
because we can't even talk about My Hero Academia because we haven't read it yet.
right?
Because it came out at the same time we started. So we'll make a post in the thing, but maybe moving forward, we push it back an hour and we start it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we'll start at noon.
Cool. 10 hour time. Sounds good.
Yeah.
That's some inside baseball for our 2 viewers right now.
Yeah. So
We might be
Maria,
Maria.
Ramon, Maria, maybe Dev.
Is someone on the Twitch? So someone on the Twitch is watching us.
oh, what's up?
good.
New
Oh,
person?
y'all got on Twitch too? That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so
We're broadcasting on Twitch. I don't know who's watching.
where
Comment.
you guys are broadcasting as a whole? Where all are you guys broadcasting?
Twitch, Facebook.
Okay.
Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. That's
Make
what's
sure
up.
it says there.
Mhm.
But the YouTube is really more for having it stored than it is like
Yeah.
we're trying to get people to acknowledge the YouTube, and I'm gonna go ahead and
Always
just
acknowledge YouTube.
make sure it says there.
Mhm.
But the YouTube is really more for having it stored than it is. Oop, all right, that was weird, but I fixed it.
How's that? Yeah.
Here we
Someone
go.
on Facebook real quick.
Here we go. I'm gonna post it. So there you go. There's the YouTube. Acknowledge it.
Boom.
Acknowledge YouTube.
Yeah.
Subscribe, and we will change the URL when we can.
Yeah, it'll be a lot easier for us to be like, go to youtube.com/the Melanated Anime Club as compared to just acknowledge the YouTube for now.
Acknowledge
Like,
YouTube.
I'm not even gonna talk about it.
No,
Thank you, Maria.
Just acknowledge it for now.
you should have enough people to be acknowledged, have acknowledged this by now.
We're gonna keep saying it though.
Right.
Oh shit! You know, I just remembered an anime I used to watch. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a luchador wrestling show.
Okay.
It's like Kinkuman something. I can't remember.
Ultimate Muscle, baby.
You know what I'm talking about?
Ultimate Muscle. That was
Yeah. that's
Yeah.
what I
Fox
used to watch
Kids,
that.
Saturday mornings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this an
That was-
anime? Does this count as an anime?
Ultimate Muscle was an anime. Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
It's a very Americanized anime, though.
well, like okay. By the time that the one that came out, like Ultimate Muscle, that we saw,
Right.
that was like if they made Teen Titans Go. Like it was like a cartoony, wacky version.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon was more of like the old serious one.
Yeah.
Yep. Did not know about that. Just found out.
It's a fun show. It's a fun show. The characters
I
like
remember
wow.
the
Okay.
the Teen Titans Go version of Ultimate Muscle.
Yeah.
But this I did not know that it was an actual manga from like the 80s.
Yeah, the first couple of seasons that they show, or at least that I seen, was like the original manga, and then of course it got switched over to what we probably most Americans, if they remember it now.
It was a showing from 79, 87, and then again in it's current.
Yeah, let's come back. But like Sato from My Hero Academia, Sugar Man, he's pretty much based off of Ultimate Muscle.
Yeah. I thought about that when I saw his like design. I was like, that looks familiar, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
Ultimate Muscle was crazy because like they had a couple of games. I remember there was a game for like the GameCube. It was buggy as fuck and it would break like absolutely at a certain point. But like while you could play it and like I'm a big wrestling nerd, so y'all know I love wrestling and I love cartoon wrestling because it does all the stuff you can't do.
Right.
And there was like a dude named Dick Von Dick. I just remember that he was a deer. Yep. He was just super fast and it was stupid. But I remember it was like a lot of fun, except like after like the third match, it would for sure like break.
Yeah.
Damn.
You get like 2 good matches out of it, and it was hard as hell to do the special moves. Like that shit was extra complicated.
But when you pulled it off with like, because I think it was the same controls as like Def Jam Vendetta, but they made like the specials like more complicated.
Yeah.
Oh,
like it was a lot of. It was made by like the No Mercy people. It was a lot of fun to play.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah,
They made like a handful of those Def Jam Vendetta control style.
Well, it was all based off of the best wrestling game, No Mercy's controls. It was all Aki. They made all of those games.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first Def Jam was actually a wrestling game. It wasn't a ring. The second one, was where it got awesome.
It was Streets of New York or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Streets of New York is when that shit went off. We say this every week. We say this every week. We need to reboot that. I might just need to sit down and figure out I need to see a script for a video game so I can just start writing the script for Def Jam. Because it's you make your character, you start off on SoundCloud, that's your first tier. Like it's easy. It's in my head. It's simple, and it's just like let's just write it. Let's get the baby in it.
But what would be the base? Like the game mechanics and like, do you have to rap yourself?
You have to fight. It's all fighting.
Oh, it's just fighting game.
Yeah. Well,
Megan Thee Stallion, she's like a mid boss that comes back 4 or 5 times.
Yo, Megan Thee Stallion character, she probably
Melina outfit, she comes in with that Todoroki powers, like all of her cosplay comes in with it.
I think Megan would be like a Chun-Li style.
Facts.
Kick your ass. And then the finisher would be like called WAP, and she'd twerk on your head.
Hit it. Hit it. You know it deserves it. Don't you deny me. Hit it.
I was on a different. Yo, I think that's going to be our new question for each guest. Who are you putting on our
Def Jam?
We make Def Jam today.
Yeah.
Who are you putting in as a fighter, and what is
That's a great question to ask.
Honestly, and I think what we should do, just to let it speak for anyone, it should be hip hop oriented, or secondarily melanated oriented. But with the way that labels are going away, you could just throw any music up there.
Yeah, no, someone did say Macklemore, and that shit was funny to me.
I would play as Macklemore because I feel like his style would be wild. Like he had like the wild, like praying mantis kung fu style. That's how I see Macklemore as a fighter.
Oh my god,
he would, because he'd just get on the ground and just start doing that like it did in the 5 whatever. And it's like, why are you on the ground?
He had either that or that annoying like drunken kung fu style where you can't hit them because they're always moving. Like I can totally see him having that fight style.
You're on the ground and you're selling. That makes no sense.
See, it's writing itself, Zheryk. It's writing
Zheryk.
I know that. So I ask you this question, Chris. Who would you put in today's version of Def Jam Vendetta, and what would their finishing move be?
Ooh, their finishing move. Now that is hard.
All right. Well, you can take a second with that, but who's your character? Who would you put in?
Well,
who would I put in? I'm trying to think from today.
And I mean, everything kind of has a crossover in hip hop. It's not that far of a reach to say Taylor Swift would be in this because she had Kendrick Lamar on a feature. Like,
right. No, you know who I would? I would put Kendrick Lamar in, and then I would give him the fighting style of T'Challa from Black Panther, since he did that whole album.
Word.
All right. Now we did have a bunch of people saying that they would have Kung Fu Kenny and giving him a straight up like Kung Fu Sifu master type of move set.
Nah, fuck that. Secret character Farnsworth, who used to hang out with fucking Sean Combs. That's who I put in that game.
Umbrella style.
Yes. Okay.
He comes out with an umbrella.
It's straight up fencing style, where he's hitting you. Or the French stick fighting style, whichever one.
Yes.
Anyway, I was going back on Spotify and completely forgot about Farnsworth for a good 15 years. Went digging through and like, oh yeah, I did remember this dancing hip umbrella fool.
No, there was something we looked up. I looked up recently, and like Farnsworth had a verse on something, and it wasn't the worst.
No, he had actual bars. That was what was so
I-
messed up. He was actually very musically talented. He was a great musician.
Yeah.
Signed by Buffy, never released.
Wes, was it maybe me and you were watching something then? Because I feel like I distinctly remember watching it and being like, oh, those are bars. Like those are real bars. Like I was very surprised. Was it a remix of Kanye's Workout Plan?
I think so.
He does go into the booth on the basement.
Oh God.
That's
Are
the
you
thing.
in the basement?
Yo, dude, that was kind of a dream of mine. I've always wanted to do that.
Damn, bro. Sean Combs ain't shit. Puff Daddy ain't shit. He's like, you know what? I got this great rapper, but screw him. He's gonna be the goofy guy. I don't care. Like, he's gonna hold an umbrella, and
I'm gonna talk a moment about
show me up.
how Puffy used to hold people down, man. Like,
Yeah.
I talked about this earlier. Someone was we're having a chat about J-Lo.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about how like after the incident with Puffy and how she left, and how Shine was the only one that took any kind of fall for that situation, and how Shine is one of my favorite rappers that got like just screwed over like that.
He did time.
He did time for
Came back
Puffy.
out.
Carrying a gun.
Puffy damn near extradited it himself. Now he's a government official in his home country.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
Yo, it's so
I can't
weird.
find that specific song for Farnsworth Bentley. I'm seeing like a couple of singles he put out, but I'm just not sure which one is like in my mind. I don't know.
Yo, now I'm thinking about that too, because they remember when Farnsworth had that MTV show where he was like teaching people how to be gentlemen.
Gent School. That's
Mhm.
where. Isn't that where
Like,
Riff
you
Raff
know,
came
like
from?
that. Now I'm thinking about that. Like, you know, he looks like he was having fun, but like, if you're a rapper and you're like trying to be a rapper, and then they stick you on this show, he's probably miserable. He's like, I have skills in music. I should be making millions of dollars.
No,
Unless he made all the songs.
Didn't Riff Raff
Maybe.
come from that? Like that show gave
Yes,
us Riff
it did.
Raff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He did.
Okay,
yeah. Again, he was
That's
probably
real life.
miserable.
that's how stupid it is.
and without Riff Raff, we wouldn't have the movie Spring Breakers.
You said that with way too much confidence. I don't like how sure of yourself.
I'm just gonna say, Spring Breakers is a wild movie. It's not a good movie,
No,
but it is wild as hell.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like you gotta see it just for the shock value at least once.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, then you probably need to go watch that Dominion tank at least once.
Maybe.
Yes,
Send me a link.
I will.
Penis thing.
Just send me a link at like 2 a.m.
Probably.
When he remembers it again, like, oh shit, I forgot.
I operate how I operate, man.
Yeah, listen, you'll
At
get
least
to
I'm
live.
not calling you aggressively, yelling at you something about that I'm actually happy about. And make no sense in the process.
He'll make sense. He's just passionate.
Yeah, passionately crazy.
Yeah. We're talking about one of our viewers.
Yeah.
Our number one fan, Ramon.
Supposedly.
No.
Allegedly.
They're both off the table. I'm taking them both off the table.
Oh wow, they're not even here to contest it.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So Ramon and Milan.
He texted me this morning saying that he couldn't make the show because he just got vaccinated and he is not feeling up to it.
I got vaccinated last night. I feel you. That
Why is
being
everyone
said,
getting vaccinated but me?
I'm going
I don't
Monday.
know.
I'll get my first one on Monday.
What do you do?
I'll send you the link, man.
I'm getting mine through the VA, so mine is that's how I'm getting mine.
Okay, yeah.
yeah, sucking on.
I was clicking that link, hitting refresh a lot.
Yeah, I didn't want to because I was thinking about that. I was like, good thing the VA is doing because like trying to do basically like it's like trying to win the lotto right now, trying to get vaccinated.
Yo, I actually got
a cool trick. So this is what people in California have been doing, and it's been working out for a lot of people. So what you do is you show up there in like the last hour or so.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do is because, like, basically, if they don't use these vaccines, it goes to waste because they had to keep it cold. So sometimes they'll have like little extra ones lying around, so you can go.
Someone missed an appointment.
Yeah, kind of like how if you ever roll up to the DMV when like they're about to close in 30 minutes and you like in and out because they're ready to go home. It's the same thing with the vaccine. Just roll up there.
No, okay, now hold up. If they could have worked that fast the whole time, they should have worked that fast the whole time. Like the last 30 minutes. I need to know that, and that's how you operate.
So you telling me you work at maximum efficiency all 8 hours of work every day? You ain't people.
Oh, I work 16.
Do you really?
No.
Hit him. Damn it.
That's what we needed.
What? No.
Just a quick reminder.
That's his professional headshot.
Nice.
That is a professional headshot. That is what that is. That is a professional headshot.
That is a 10-year-old professional headshot.
Yes, it is.
That's great.
But
yeah, try so like if you're trying to get vaccinated, you can't get an appointment. Just show up like the last hour and see what happens. I mean, it's not guaranteed you're gonna get it every single time, but I heard it works a lot.
It's bedlam. And honestly, from what I was hearing, if you're willing to drive an hour, you can go get it today.
Yeah.
You can.
That's what some people were doing here in LA too. Like some people were driving like all the way. I mean, it's not that far. It's like only a 2-hour drive, but some people were driving to like San Diego to get vaccinated and shit like that because the lines here were too crazy.
I've heard people going to Nevada. But yeah, I got lucky this week when everything changed. They changed everything because I work with Comedy Sports High School League.
You're teaching.
once we come back in, we're after school childcare, I believe, is what what it is. So there was no slots available for 2 weeks, but our congressman has this thing where if you message our local representative, they told me to pick a date, and I was like, I'm free after Friday, and they said first thing on Saturday, get in there, and I got in there.
Nice.
So reach out to your local congressperson. If your person is worth a damn, they'll probably help you out.
I mean,
yeah, well, that's the wild thing too. Like the fact that schools opened before people were vaccinated. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Kids are nasty. They're gonna spread this shit like a motherfucker.
The kids can't get vaccinated. No one under 16 can get vaccinated either. Like
they
that's
only started that trial. They only just started trials for 6 months to 12 years old.
Jeez.
No, that's good. That's good.
In about a year.
It's good. I mean, it's good, but also kids carry a lot of sickness.
Oh yeah, I just saw a tweet yesterday. Since we're just going to ruin the mood right now.
Here we go. Maybe not.
No, it's just that at the start it was like.
Thank you, Zheryk, for following up on my
every
thought.
72 hours down to once every 36 minutes.
Yeah. What? Yeah, we know. Yeah, we were trying to avoid that, Matt.
I know. I was being a jerk.
Your face.
Put me up here. I wanted to be a jerk for a little bit. Why? I don't know. I just rolled up on the wrong side of bed looking rough as hell. I need to moisturize my hair. I'm going to do that later. I want to watch some manga and probably sit down for 4 hours. Zack Snyder cut. Have anyone else watched it?
Yeah, I watched it Friday night.
I do need to watch it. I just haven't watched it yet.
You didn't have time because it's 4 hours.
It is 4 hours. And it's a hard 4 hours. Like it literally does like you won't see the first bit of credits until like 3 hours and 53 minutes. So it's a hard 4 hours.
Oh man, it's like I don't like Zack Snyder movies in the first place. So like a 4 hour.
I don't know another Zack Snyder movie. Let me see.
Watchmen.
Man of Steel. He did 300.
300 was the last good one that I was.
That's the one, maybe the only one I've seen then.
But Man of Steel, the bland Superman movies.
Yeah. Nope. He did Superman, Batman versus Superman too, I believe.
He did the Watchmen, which was slow. He's like he can tell a story that can be told in 2 hours and 4 hours, as we've seen. But I did promise that I'd give it an hour. I was told that it's really kind of a cyborg focus, and I'm like, yo, I fuck with cyborg, so I'll watch it for that. But I'm not excited.
That pissed me off most about the previous one. It was like I'm there for cyborg.
Yeah,
it was just
about 4 people had full blown storylines.
Well, that's
the black guy is just cut.
He has one line and he gets to say "booyah" at the end. Like I watched it with my dad, and I go, "He did it." He said the line, and my dad goes, "Oh, it's that cyborg." Like that's what he said.
Well, I can tell you this, in my opinion, it's much better.
Okay.
It's much better, but it's definitely a Zack Snyder film because there is a lot of slow motion. A lot, and some in places where it was just a little bit gratuitous. Like he was like doing it just because they gave him free reign.
I gotta get the 4 hour mark.
Yeah, but the story is better. You get to learn a lot more. Like you actually connect to the characters because I don't know if you saw the original, but it was cut short basically. It was too because
the original was just rushed.
That's basically what it was.
What Marvel did in like 10 years, in 2 years.
Right.
Yeah. Like you didn't create your universe well enough for people to really get into it. And you introduced 3 new characters and tried to who all could have had their own movie.
Facts. Should have all
those
should have had their own
backstories.
Should have.
Yes. Try to put all those backstories in one movie with the other 3 characters you've already introduced. And it was too much. It was too much to try to put into 2.5 hours, and it didn't. It was poorly executed. There it is.
Well, this is to me. This is the way the story. Since they didn't do the route of having origin movies, this is the best way to do it. So it actually makes sense that this is 4 hours. Just a 4 hour movie. It's a lot.
You know what they probably should have done? They probably should have broken it up into 4 pieces and just let it be released every 4 months.
That's how I thought they were gonna do it. And that's the weird thing about it, because even in the movie, it's broken up into parts. So you'll see an hour to 30 minutes, and it'll be part 2, and then it'll be another 30 minutes, and it'll be part 3. So they basically broke it up into show format. You can watch it all at once. That's all.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
See, they put the
I
wrong
really feel
people
like-
in power.
I feel like this was just a desperate attempt for them to kind of get some momentum away from Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's just like the same week as the day before. I haven't heard anyone talk about Captain Falcon and the.
I was about to bring it up. But
Okay. I haven't watched either yet, but like that's the one I'm more excited to watch.
I think they probably do this too because theaters are opening again. I think they're trying to get the Justice League back in theaters and make some more money off of it, which is smart. I totally would do the same thing. I'm like, look, I got this new cut. Yeah, I know motherfuckers gonna see it.
Just on a moral level, I think this is totally bullshit though, because it's like everyone's like, this is Zack Snyder's original vision, but it's not. This is Zack Snyder's vision with the notes from Joss Whedon's movie. He's done rewrites and reshoots since then. It's not like it is his original vision.
Okay.
It's
but Steppenwolf looks way better in this movie than he did in it. He looks
but also
awesome.
like Aquaman's had like a whole movie since then. Like people like Wonder Woman has had like 2 movies, so like he has a chance to like buff up everything. And so I still don't think that this is like bullshit. I think this is bad for movies.
Is this done in such a way that you think like this is like a prequel?
Like I haven't seen it, so I really don't know. But just from watching on the outside, this is my stance and thought on this. We got so pissed off when George Lucas went in and re-edited it to have his original vision. And like, you know, we're all like sucking. Everyone's like, to me, it kind of feels like they're sucking on Zack Snyder's dick a little bit about this. To me, hasn't made a movie worth it in a long time.
I mean, I'm just gonna see it to form my own opinion.
I'm with you. I'm gonna see it, but this is what I feel outside of it before watching it. Like I don't like the DC movies. I don't like Zack Snyder movies. Aquaman I thought was pretty good.
Yeah. It's a good popcorn movie.
Yeah, exactly. And then Shazam was dope. They're not even putting him in anything. But it's just like, I don't know. I've been kind of frustrated with the DC movies, and it's just wild that this guy gets to get a do-over. He couldn't do in the first place. That's all.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird that, like, I mean, but it's also kind of the same thing like that they did with the
It's
Solid
only because
movie.
that first cut was so bad that everyone was just screaming, well, what about Zack Snyder's cut?
Right.
And that just became internet lore.
Because of how bad Whedon's was.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say now, I think Whedon's cut's racist.
I mean, no. Looking back on it now and knowing that this is cyborg heavy and all of the Ray Fisher complaints, like, to me, this only kind of backs up further what he was talking about.
Oh, that's right. What there have been a shit ton of racist complaints.
Well, he was saying it was Joss Whedon was like making an unsafe, uncomfortable workplace. Joss Whedon is ultimately the one that cut out all of like a big chunk of the cyborg, and as we're seeing with this, cyborg was more focused, as a bigger focus on this. So.
Well, that's interesting. I think that's what they told the preview. It was like it was centered around the whole story. Centered around
Cyborg joining the Justice League, and and that's what you always want in a story. You always want someone that's joining, so the viewer has a frame of reference.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Generally, the story they always tell us, like Cyborg joining is the story that they tell because it already existed before he joined.
Yeah, because Cyborg leaving the Teen Titans to join the event, the Justice League is a big deal.
Yeah,
that was always a big deal, especially because everyone's like, Robin's the one that's going to do it, but no.
Right. And he'd been the one that's been there for so long. Robin had left, came back, left, and came back.
Well,
left.
They've been two Robins at that point.
I was getting to that point. Left, came back as someone else. Left, came back, and then they were like, "You should leave." And then, did we lose? No, he's just no.
No, you heard him go, and then just stop. So, like, I heard it. I heard him.
That's good. I still need to watch. I still need to watch all the Teen Titans series because I haven't gotten into that one.
That's fair.
I know. Titans. I heard Titans was solid, but
Young Justice is better.
What'd you say?
Young Justice is better.
Young Justice was dope. I did enjoy Young Justice.
It's very good.
But in all honesty, when I was in the hospital, we didn't have a lot of channels, and I ended up getting a Teen Titans Go binge. And for a kid's show, man, that is fun.
Did you get to the De La Soul episode?
I did not. It was like the St. Patty's Day episodes and stuff. There's a whole episode where Cyborg is breaking down like how to write a story while mapping it onto the story of Jason and the Argonauts. And it was very funny. Like the big payoff was like he never had a single script made, and they're like, but he's like, no, but he sold 17. That's how it works in Hollywood, baby. He's rich. Like, it was the funniest thing to me.
That's great.
Is that true, Mr. Hollywoods?
I'm not a writer. I don't know too much about that world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, we actors.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's it. I leave that shit to somebody else, man. At least for now.
Yeah, my goal is I'm an actor, and then I'll be a producer when I can afford to be.
That's kind of the life I'm trying to live.
No.
Throw a little money, make a little bit on the back end. Go.
Nope. So it's about that time. We're gonna wrap up. I think before we get to recommendations, I have to make an announcement. So should I make it an announcement or should I do it as a recommendation?
Announcement, because you probably have a separate recommendation.
I do have a separate recommendation.
Okay.
All right. So my announcement here. Let me pull this up. So I was wanting to announce this last week. Unfortunately, I was in the hospital and unable to. Our guest last week, MVP, the reigning champion of the Smokeout, was here. He was in fact able to tell you all, and he cut a beautiful promo accepting all challengers that want to come for his character rap battle throne. So I'm here to tell you right now, officially, April 17th, the Smokeout fully baked, coming live into your house. I have the signups live for the character rap battle. If you want to make a character, create a character, and enter the battle, we'll get you in there. The signups are live in our post. If you go to the Smokeout Presents Facebook group, it's also there now. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just post that in the chat here for the two people that are watching. So yeah, April 17th, keep it free, keep it open. Character rap battle. We're gonna have stand-ups. We're gonna have people doing performances. We have I know I got Chore Boy for sure. I'm working on getting some other acts that you've seen and maybe some new acts this time, but all day hip hop comedy festival virtually. I am working on a situation where kind of having some hubs in LA and Chicago, depending on how things are opened, people getting their vaccines, but we may have like a physical space. So people want to come watch it live. We may have that option. We'll see how everything works in the world, but it's here telling you right now, exclusively the Smokeout, April 17th. We're doing it. That was my announcement. Cool. All right. And then I guess thank you. Before we head out and before we start doing everything, I also want to give a shout out to Chris and his podcast. Chris is a host of the Show Me What I've Been Missing podcast, one of the co-hosts, and he'll definitely tell you more about that, I'm sure, in a moment when we let him talk, but wanted to give that a shout out too. So let's do this. Chris, why don't you give them a shout out, a plug for your stuff? And we usually do like recommendations of what we think our viewers might enjoy watching or doing or experiencing. So want to give them a shout out for recommendation? Yes, sir.
Well, first, I'm going to shout out to my own podcast. It's called Show Me What I've Been Missing. You can find it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that shit. Show Me What I've Been Missing, full title. We're the only ones out there. So if you type that in, you'll find us, I guarantee you. And I don't know if you can see on screen, but if you want to find me individually, I'm at Mac Diddy Combs on everything, Instagram, Twitter, Venmo, Cash App. If y'all want to send your boy a little dough, people are struggling. So there's that. And also too, I want to give a big shout out to partner to the podcast, Arlo Australia, Arlo_Australia, ARLO_Australia. They make great candles. They smell good. All their wax is 100% soy wax, and it's lead-free wicks, and it's all organically sourced from Australia, so you're getting real scents from the real source. And they burn slow, and my friend is doing 3 for $30 right now. So go to Arlo_Australia on Instagram, and you can find her. Boom. My big recommendation. Now, we already spoke about this earlier in the show, but I'm telling you, if you haven't seen it, Shadow Skill. It's a fun, great show. If you like anime, if you like old school anime, it's very old school. It's very of the 80s, or excuse me, we got corrected. It's of 90s, but it's super fun. The characters are great. There's a lot of backstory that I don't want to give away because that's like half the show, but I think you'll get into that. So Shadow Skill, and also Street Fighter. Watch the movie. Street Fighter 2, the movie is great. Street Fighter Alpha, the movie is great. There's been some other ones that aren't that great. Even the Van Damme version. Watch some Street Fighter, guys. You can never go wrong with Street Fighter when you're trying to get some entertainment. That's it.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna make this quick. The only suggestion I have for this week is the thing I've been binging this week out of just pure nostalgia Don't judge me. I've been watching Teen Wolf. The MTV version of the MTV remake of the 1980s movie Teen Wolf. Despite all the teen drama bullshit in it, like it has a solid werewolf mythology and really good lore. And it's 6 seasons. I'm almost on season 2 right now, and yeah, it's been what I've been using to go to sleep to at the end of the night. It's nice. And no anime recommendations this week. I haven't been watching anything new, but I need to get back on that. And yeah, that's it for me.
Hey, it's Matt. So, recommendations. I got 2. 1, Build King in Shonen Jump. I'm really loving that. It's really cute. It's really stupid. They're construction workers, and that's their abilities. So, like, if it's One Piece, but your construction, that's it. Do you, like, hammer nails real good? That's your ability. So good. Really fun. I'm not lying. It's that simple. It's that simple. Simple works. Oh, and then specifically, like, I'm going to keep doing this. Specific Saturday AM manga that I'm reading right now is called Massively Multiplayer World of Ghosts. It is about exactly what it says. It's a massive world of ghosts. And there's the big bad ghost who's the best ghost in like in MMORPGs, like you're fighting people. So he's the ghost who's like the strongest, and he's one of the main characters. Just read it. It's good.
All right. So for me, for my recommendation, I'm actually going to give a pretty simple one, but I do got something to say a little bit after this. So my recommendation is wherever you are, I'm sure that you're starting to notice that the weather is getting better. The sun is coming out longer. The days are lasting more. I highly recommend taking the time to just go outside and figure out a way to enjoy it.
Facts.
But like if it's just like walking, fine, do that. I think walking is boring, but I'm more than sure that you have a friend or someone that you can socially distant, maybe throw a frisbee with. Maybe you got someone that you can go explore a new area that you haven't been to. If you have access to a car, drive 45 minutes away from where you are, explore something new. We don't have to necessarily like get in and get involved and connected with people, but also just get out there, figure out how to do something. If you have an option to get a vaccine, get a vaccine. It's not going to fix everything, but it will kind of open up the doors to normalcy for you. So whatever you can do it. And then I want to take a moment here. I feel like I kind of have to acknowledge this, especially after this week. This is the Melanated Anime Club. We are a group of men of color that decided that we wanted to do something. And we are kind of taking one small aspect of one particular Asian culture. But the truth is we take the time to learn it, to know it, to respect it. And out here we're seeing, our Asian brothers and sisters, much as we've seen, our Black brothers and sisters previously kind of facing unnecessary violence from both the structure at hand and then from just random ass individuals. Mm-hmm. In all honesty, like we have to do our thing, and we are fighting against the systemic oppression, but there's not too much that we can do as far as, for lack of a better phrase, random motherfuckers on the street. And in all honesty, like, we see all this like stop Asian hate, but the truth is it's all kind of rooted in the same white supremacist bullshit. It's kind of what made us start this in the first place. I know for me personally, I'm a person of Asian and of Black descent, so this kind of hits me a little harder, especially when I see people saying, there's a certain type of folk on there that is saying, what about the Black people that are violent against Asians? And the truth is there's always been an uncomfortability amongst us because we've been pitted against each other due to the greater nature of white supremacy. The truth is the stereotype of, the Korean shop owners harassing the Black people that are in there. That all comes from something that they were taught when they came in. Mm-hmm. When the same white supremacist talks to the immigrants as they're coming in and they're saying that, you want to be part of our culture. Remember, we don't like them. That's our culture. That spreads. And whether that's, an Indian grandmother who came in over here and was kind of taught growing up in Louisiana and wanting to fit in and be part of the culture, that shunning a certain group of people will incorrectly make you more accepted by another group of people. And that is a thing that is spread amongst all races, all minority groups in this country. Growing up in Texas, I'm sure you've had your fair share of someone telling you at some point that Black people and Mexicans don't get along. Mm-hmm. I know that you've probably had some kind of bullshit of that wherever you're from. And the truth is, like, we all have the same struggles and we get a chance to work together. We always do, and it's always better. So I will say this right now: Black Lives Matter, Asian Lives Matter. I don't want to say stop Asian hate because that was never really what the problem was. It wasn't. Let's stop white supremacy. And if you're a non-melanated person that's watching our show right now, I highly encourage you to check yourself. That the same things 2 weeks ago that you were giving the English royal family about for not having Black people in their family. What's your family's reason? What things in your family are you doing to prevent Black folks from coming involved? White supremacy is deeper than you think it is. It is probably in you. And I can admit, growing up in Texas in the Bible buckle, end of the Bible Belt, that I have some white supremacy ideas that have been ingrained in me that I have to work through. So if I, a person of color of multicultures, can acknowledge that white supremacy has affected me and my mindset, maybe you got something there you should look into too. I really hate getting serious, and I think this is a time that we have fun and do good things, but I can't let this week happen and us not say something. So
I respect that.
So that's my statement. I don't know if I speak on behalf of everyone else here. I'm sure, but that is what I believe. And just officially, we here at the Melanated Anime Club, we stand with you, our Asian brothers and sisters. Even if you're, the kind of Asian that doesn't like anime, we still got your back. Even if you're not one of the model Asians that fits the stereotypes, like we've got your back. I don't know. Like I feel like that's definitely a thing that, and maybe this is me and my personal like biracialisms. How growing up, I was never Black enough. I was never Indian enough. I was too Black and I was too Indian. So I definitely get that struggle. And just wherever you are on that spectrum, I got you. We support you. And no one should be running up on you, hitting you, yelling offensive shit. No one should be doing that to anyone, point blank colored, whatever. So that's where we're at. This is the Melanated Anime Club. I'm gonna get high. Let's do a group puff so we end this on a little bit of a higher note.
Hey, let's see high.
All right. But we have been the Melanated Anime Club. We hope you enjoyed this week, even though our regular viewers weren't here, and we'll be here next week with a new guest. Thank you all. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Baka mitai kodomo nano ne Yume o orotte kizu tsuite Uso ga heta na kuse ni Waraenai egao o miseta I love you ろくに言わない口下手でほんまに不器用